Okay, cool. So I am back, and yeah, last time we went through most of the games here. Skipped a couple, but basically A through K, ending at Kid Icarus. And today I'm going to pick up with Kirby's Adventure, and just go from there. See how many games we can get through, and let's go. Oh yeah, yeah. This is back when they. There we go. Yeah, I always show you how to draw Kirby at the beginning. Kind of interesting fact is that this is the second game, the second Kirby game. There was a Game Boy Kirby's Adventure that was released just before this one came out, and there were several differences between the two. One of them being that up until this game came out, Kirby was not pink. Obviously in the Game Boy there was no need to have a color for him, but if you look at the art on the cartridge or the box, if you happen to have it, Kirby is white, and that's because up until the NES game came out, he wasn't pink. He didn't have a color yet, and he doesn't look quite as pink in the game as he did in the opening, if you ask me. I wonder if he's just different color. Oh, look at that. No, I'm slightly pinker when I don't have a power. When I do have a power, I'm kind of more of an orange. Huh. Never noticed that before. Things you notice when you're playing the game and talking about it that you don't notice otherwise. So yeah. And actually, yeah, when I'm regular, I'm more round. When I eat this guy, I kind of have a little bit more pudge in my face. I don't know if that's because of the enemy I ate. I'll have to eat somebody else and see. Get someone who has a power. That guy doesn't. I've never really been able to get this too consistently. Oh, I just did it there. But yeah, for some reason, I've never quite been able to figure out what the timing is on that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the second level just to look into if that little bit of pudge in his cheek is with any enemy or if it's specifically to the fire enemy that I ate. Well, there goes that power. So yeah, pinker now is a regular Kirby. I'm not quite as pudgy in my cheek. Okay, here we go. Cutter. Same shape. Okay, interesting. Did never notice that before. Alright, but we're gonna bounce out of this game. Go to Mario Brothers. So, if you ever played Mario Brothers, here it is. I'm not sure on the timeline on this. I believe this came out actually after Donkey Kong. No, actually I'm certain that it did. But, yeah, this was actually, most people probably know the Super Mario Bros. 3 version of this a lot better, which is good because it's actually a way better game. The jumping on this is kind of like Ice Climbers, where your initial trajectory is basically what you're stuck with, and your character model isn't quite matching up exactly with the actual sizes. Yeah, I totally should have like bumped my head there, it felt like, so yeah. Oh, and one thing to keep in mind is, although these turtles, you see them, you're Mario, you think it's Koopa Troopa, you should jump on it. Don't jump on it, because you can't jump on these guys. It's not good. But yeah, pretty basic gameplay. And there is the 2-player version. I don't have anybody with me to play second player, but yeah. This is the original Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers. That's why Super Mario Brothers is named as such, is to differentiate it from this. I'm not gonna get it. Oh, I did! Just barely. Okay, cool. So I am gonna go ahead and bounce out of that. Go on to the next one. Mega Man 2! Oh, yes. I love this game. I absolutely adore this game. I'm just gonna let the music play. That's, yep. Alright, sorry. I had to do that. That is, in my opinion, the best introduction that any game has ever had. The song is epic. The story, I mean, it's just fantastic. Go ahead and go play a little bit of QuickMan's level and then move on to the next game. Again, yeah, we're not delving deep into any of these, but just going through them. Just kind of show a little bit of the game. So when I was a kid, I can never get through QuickMan's stage without first going through FlashMan. But, crap. Can't go that way. That's the way you want to go. Yeah, I could never get through this stage without doing FlashMan stage first. If you have Flash, the power you get from FlashMan, you can actually stop those bars at the beginning that cut across the screen, which makes it a lot easier to get where you want to go. And that first bit isn't the hardest bit, it's the second one. Yeah, this one. Okay, jump. Ah! See? Ugh, so hard. But yeah, that's why this game is so awesome. It's like Nintendo hard, but like super fun. The music's awesome. It's a good game. Such a good game. Alright, I'm gonna bounce out. And Metroid. Ah, yeah. So many good games on this thing. I can't even tell you. So yeah, I played Metroid a ton as a kid, but I never was able to get very far. I don't know if I just wasn't patient enough, or just didn't know what I was doing, or maybe it's just because I was just a little kid. But I never got very far on Metroid as a kid. First time I ever actually beat the whole game was on the Wii Virtual Console, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But still, love the game. The music's great. There's something that I actually think that they lost in Metroid games, as far as I'm concerned. I think the music in this first one is fantastic. Some of it's kind of weird, but it's good. I don't have bombs yet. But yeah, Super Metroid and all the others, I just don't feel like they quite got the music as good. The music on this one's better. Yeah. Yeah. Not doing great, but I'm doing well enough, I think. Yeah, this game, we're not going to be able to get anywhere in this format. Maybe sometime I can stream a longer gameplay of it, but we're going to get out of this one, move on to the next one, Ninja Gaiden. And of course, when we were kids, we all called it Ninja Gaiden, but thanks to the angry video game nerd, we all know better now. So, this is one that I played a bit as a kid, but I didn't actually have it. So I don't know a ton about the game, I'm not great at it. Yeah, I don't know what that is, like a dog ninja? Such a weird game. I think you can like grab onto that or something. Yeah, there we go. Not sure how you even latch onto it, to be honest. There we go. And then jump up. How do I jump off? Ah, okay. So yeah. Alright. Rather than watch someone who doesn't know how to play Ninja Gaiden playing Ninja Gaiden, you probably would rather... Ah! There we go. Probably we should move on to a game I actually know much about playing. Okay. How do you get even any higher? Can I get up a bit? No. Well, a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna bounce out. PacMan. Played a little bit of PacMan on the channel already. Still looking for somebody who has gotten to level 256. I'd like to do it on an original arcade machine if I can find one. We have a Miss Pac-Man machine, but we don't have the original Pac-Man. And our Miss Pac-Man actually has a speed-up chip in it, and I'm not sure if that's even compatible with the original Pac-Man, because as you may or may not be aware, every Miss Pac-Man game actually contains Pac-Man. Pretty cool story. There was a guy at MIT who had an arcade machine in his dorm, and he'd give people quarters. He'd give them 5 for $1 because he knew the quarters were coming back into his own machines. And after people stopped playing his Missile Command, he invented a mod board for Super Missile Command and kind of invented the whole idea of modifying old games. And then he made a mod on Pac-Man. I forget what his version was called, but it wasn't Pac-Man. It wasn't Miss Pac-Man, but it was going to become Miss Pac-Man because there's lawsuits involved, and he basically tricked Namco into thinking, no, not Namco, Midway actually, but he tricked Midway into thinking that he had gotten full rights to just go hog wild and make mods on anybody's game, and they ended up saying, no, we're all out of ideas and we'd love a new game, so how about you make it for us, and we worked together on it, and Miss Pac-Man was made the best-selling arcade game of all time. So yeah, great story. Love that story. But anyway, gonna bounce out of this. Move on. Punch Out. Never beat Punch Out. Never did. And obviously, you would know, if you're watching this, you probably know. This is not the real Punch Out, as people say. This is the Mr. Dream Punch Out, not Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Mike Tyson, since he got involved in all the controversy, Nintendo decided that they didn't want Mike Tyson's Punch Out to be one of their big games, so they took him out and put in Mr. Dream, which is just a reskinning of... come on. Yeah. See, I can beat Glass Joe. I am not great at Punch Out. Anybody who knows Punch Out can tell by watching this, I do not know my Punch Out. I should have had him on the mat a long time ago, but I am not much of a Punch Out guy. I know a little bit about the game, and I was able to beat all the NES Remix Punch Out challenges, but shit. No! If I can get him. Dodge it. Let's see how that goes. Come on, Mario. Tell me I won. Tell me I won. Tell me I won. Get down. Dang it. Alright, Glass Joe. You're going down. Oh, timeout. Okay, so his weak spot's his job, right? Did a few uppercuts in there. Come on, Glass Joe. You're going down. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Jeez. Ooh. Really just don't know how to read these guys. Like, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm really just mashing buttons, more or less. Let's see if that holds him down. Nope. He's up again. Oh, come on. Gotta be Glass Joe. No, no. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, dodge it. Knock him down 3 times. I think that gets you the win, regardless. If you can get him down 3 times, I think... Nope! They don't stay down after 3 times. Well, it is possible to knock him out if you do a good job, but I am not doing a good job. Ah! Oh! I almost got pounded. Alright. I want to retire. Oh. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to do it. I'm just not much of a punch-out guy. Alright, come on down here, buddy. Bam. Come on. There's a guy who was able to beat Punch-Out blindfolded, which to me means there's probably a lot of good audio cues I'm supposed to be listening for, but I have no idea. I don't know. Stay down. Dang it! Just die. What is that, the 5th time I knocked him down? Yeah? Yeah? Ah, jeez. Just go down. There we go. Alright. Whew. Alright. So I am done with that. I think I've beat the 2nd guy a couple times, but yeah, I don't think I've ever even beat the 3rd guy. And if I have, definitely not the 4th. Alright. Startropics. Put my name in. How do I get out? Yes, I'm done. Ah, jeez. It's one of these. You can't figure out how to finish the dang thing. Ah, that's how you do it. Okay. Put my name in. Space it out. Then go to end. Okay. I don't know if I've ever actually even played this game. Certainly doesn't look familiar. Looked like a 1942 clone initially, but I'm walking around on an island. No idea what this game is about. Sumo wrestler guy. Welcome to Coca-Cola. Some pig that oinks at you, and now it shows me its butt. Okay. Interesting. My welcome party. I have a welcome party. The roast pig. No, I haven't met your chief yet. Is he in here? No. Yeah. I'm waiting for you. I'm Chief Coral Cola, and I'm a good friend of your uncle. Listen, Mike, I have some bad news. Try not to be too upset, but your uncle, Dr. Jones, has been abducted. Oh no! Keep it from the Islanders. Yeah, sure. I'll help. Very powerful star. Ace pitcher. You got a star. No idea what this game is about. Kind of looks like a strange, almost like Earthbound. Americola. Who's this guy? Okay. You are now at chapter 1. Interesting. Okay. Can I walk through the mountains? Nope. Can I walk through the trees? Nope. What's over this way? A helipad? Interesting. I'll have to give that a go when I've got some more time to dedicate to it. Ah, Super C. Now, why the original Contra is not on here? That is a good question. Contra is way better than Super C, in my opinion. I wouldn't exactly call myself an expert at either of them. Crap. Damn it. I mean, dang it. Alright. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The original Contra's better. No question about it, but... I mean, you got some Contra. Contra's always good, but... For some reason, my power-ups don't seem to be doing anything. I don't know if you have to, like, select them or something in this one. What? Okay, there we go. Now we got something. Ah, now I'm dead. So there's Super C. Not to be confused with Super Contra, which was released on Super Nintendo. Okay. Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. They're fantastic games. And although I would love to play them right now, I don't really see the point. Everybody's played all three of these games, most likely. I guess Super Mario 2 maybe has a slightly smaller audience, but really, all these games, they're fantastic. Everyone has played them. And we end out with Tecmo Bowl and 2 Zeldas. So, you know what? I think I am gonna save... I'll do Tecmo Bowl now, but I will save the other 5 and do a stream of them all by themselves, because they're worth it. Now, this is a game that, although I have seen it played, never been much of a sports game fan myself, I haven't played it very much. So, I am probably not going to do too great at it, but I will give it a go and see how we do. And, okay, down at 35-ish. Okay, pick a play. Yeah. I throw it. There we go. Sweet. Ah! Okay, first down, I think. If they're 10-yard first downs. Yep, they are. Unlike NFL Blitz, which is one of the few sports games that I actually really enjoy. And for NES, a really good one is actually the Little League baseball game. It's really good. How do I throw? How do I throw? How do I throw? God damn it. I mean, gosh darn it. Alright. Well, there's Tecmo Bowl. Again. I'll keep going at least until I either At least until a turnover. We'll just do that. Okay. How do I throw? How do I throw? How do I throw? Ah! No idea. Okay. We'll try a field goal. I don't think I can make it from here, but let's see. And no. Alright, well, we went to a turnover, so mission accomplished. Yeah. Never played much Tecmo Bowl, honestly, but there you have it. Alright, I'm going to call that a stream for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and comment on the video and share. That's always good. If you want to see a video game library museum built in Utah dedicated to preserving the history of video games, please make a donation to our organization. We are a 501c3 charitable organization, meaning that donations are tax deductible in accordance with the IRS policies and guidelines and the tax stuff. As you may have sussed out from my description, I am not a tax guy. I don't know all the ins and outs, but we are 501c3. We are a tax deductible charity, and so yeah, please make donations and support our organization and our mission. And if you can't make financial donations, send me an email and we'll find out something that we can do to support the organization and further the mission. So yeah, that is the end of just going through the NES Classic and reviewing the system. Honestly, I think the system is fantastic. I've seen the scalper prices as high as $300. I would say it's probably not worth $300, but if you can get it for less than $150 and you're into these classic NES games, I would say go for it. It is an awesome system. Lots of cool features added in. You got the save states. You got the simulated CRT screen stuff. Like it is a fantastic little system, and if you don't get enough nostalgia from just the fact that it's such a cute, cool little system, like here, I don't know if I've shown it on the stream yet, but let me just unplug it here, pull it out. Here she is. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. It's tiny. It's just so tiny, but it looks just like an original, and it's so cool. All right. So, that is the end of our reviews of the NES Classic. I'm not sure how different the Famicom Classic is, but got my hands on one of those too, so maybe we'll compare that next. And hopefully someday we'll be able to get our hands on a Super Nintendo Classic, Super NES Classic. Who knows if they'll be available at all. Nintendo says there will be more of them, that there should be enough of them. I highly doubt that. Nintendo has not made enough of anything except for the Wii U in a very long time, and the Wii U, obviously, they were completely off as far as projected demand on that as well. So, whoever at Nintendo is projecting their demand, sorry, you're not very good at your job. I'm just going to be blatant and say it. You're not very good at your job, whoever at Nintendo is projecting demand. I don't know that I could do a better job, so I'm not saying, hey, Nintendo, hire me, but at the same time, hey, Nintendo, I'd love to work at Nintendo, so hire me. I'm going to call this a day. Thanks for watching.